We're at Worlds Collide, and following a thrilling Lucha Showcase tag team match where the AAA team picked up the big win, it's then time to find out who will lead the building as AAA tag team champions. Will it be the New Day, or will it be the dynamic duo of Pagano and Psycho Clown? While the match is on, although all men stop when they hear some familiar music. Penta is here, and he's here with the body of the honorary member of the New Day, Grayson Waller, as after showing off the corpse, he leaves with it, and with Xavier Woods screaming at the members of fear, Pagano attempts to steal the early win with a roll-up, though this fails, yet he's able to keep up on the offensive, as he tags in his partner, Psycho Clown, but after a double team move, Kofi Kingston distracts the Clown, and with this comes opportunity, as Xavier Woods takes the Psycho down. As now, the New Day isolate him, hitting a barrage of double team moves with them seemingly not letting up, but no matter what they do, no matter what they throw at him, the Clown just won't stay down. And this makes them frustrated, which leads to them making a mistake, as with a stiff kick to Xavier's skull, the tags are officially made. And Pagano has a house on fire, diving everywhere like he's on a suicide mission. Although with the referee distracted by Kofi, he gets cut off by an illegal chair shot courtesy of Xavier Woods. Everyone hates this, yet as Xavier soaks in the booze, the chair gets taken off him by Big E. Xavier is absolutely furious as he gets hit in the gut by that exact chair before the referee can even notice. Is Big E clear to compete? Well, before we find out, Pagano looks for a strike on a surprised Kofi, which misses, as he manages to connect the Trouble in Paradise. Though this doesn't do the trick, as Psycho Clown breaks up the pin, and with this comes the beginning of the end of the New Day, as the next Trouble in Paradise misses, and with a tribute to Baron Corbin, the tag team champions retain their gold. They've conquered another WWE tag team, and perhaps another could be ready to take on the duo. But regardless of that, before the next match, as Roxanne Perez makes her way backstage, she gets cut off by a wrestling mother. Just remember, I didn't raise no wuss. You should be able to wrestle on your own, No. Oh, well, I guess she's in a rebellious phase then. The Judgment Day have the numbers advantage, but will that matter? As now, they are looking to end Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana perhaps once and for all. But can they do such a thing? Well, they're trying their damned best to do so, although the dynamic duo are able to bring their fight and then some. Yet due to Raquel Rodriguez being at ringside, Lola Vice is constantly getting distracted, which allows for a past rival Roxanne Perez to continually overwhelm the Latina. Although that all stops when AJ Lee comes on out. She wants Roxy to wrestle on her own, as she grabs a steel chair from underneath the ring and batters Raquel to the back. It's going to be another fair tag team match, and this spooks Finn Balor, who after being tagged in, brings out his Demonito to battle Ayeska. But both puppets manifest, and when the lights come back on, both are in physical form, as Ayeska and Demonito fight as well. And once they're no longer in eyesight, Mr. Iguana starts to overwhelm the prince, tagging in Lola Vice before taking Finn out to the outside and diving onto him as well. We're down to the woman, and Lola Vice is dealing strike after strike after strike on a Roxanne Perez. But one of these strikes inadvertently hits the referee, blindsiding him long enough for JCJ to slide into the ring and discus forearm a future No Mercy opponent. As after leaving the scene, Roxanne Perez picks up the pieces, hitting a pop rocks on Lola Vice to beat her just like she did at Heatwave. Judgment Day stand tall, Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez have picked up the momentum, and this doesn't sit right with AJ Lee, as Roxanne Perez only won because of help. Yet as she goes back to backstage, she gets sneak attacked by, of course, Becky Lynch. And with a follow-up manhandle slam, she leaves the corpse behind. But how many corpses will be left after the fatal 4-way Latin American Championship match? Well, the match is on, and with all four talents involved, it's no surprise it's a show stealer. The athleticism is off the charts, even All Ego Ethan Page takes part in high flying, though this doesn't last, as he attempts to slow down the pace of the match drastically, which the other three men don't take too kindly to. but after taking out Paige, JD McDonough quickly clotheslines Dr. Wagner Jr. to the outside to allow him and Dragon Lee to continue their seemingly endless fights. Though no one in the crowd is complaining, as they even chant "fight forever" as the action escalates in the ring. Although Lee is beginning to get on top of the World Tag Team Champion, as they even connect an Operation Dragon. But as soon as this happens, Ethan Page gets back into the ring and chucks out the former North American Champion before trying to steal the win. Though this fails, as Dr. Wagner Jr. breaks up the pin. And this makes the current North American Champion furious as he attempts an Eagle's Edge, but this fails as he gets spun around and finished off with a Wagner driver. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. retains, and he showcases just how damn talented he is, that he is rising above 2 champions and 3 phenomenal athletes. Yet before we can get to the next match, we look at the crowd and see Salesman Pete shilling the subscription to this YouTube channel once more. But up next, it's time for a number 1 contendership match between Fabi Apache and Natalya. Who will win? Well, the match is on, and it's just a straightforward, good old grap session. It's a break from the constant high flying throughout the night, although Natalya's ruthless aggression, shown at Triple Mania, seemingly isn't here. And this equals to a very competitive back and forth match, though Apache is starting to overwhelm Natalya. She's on top of her, but this changes in an instant when blood is drawn. And this seemingly snaps something inside of Natalya as Natty Neidhart comes out to play, as she starts to just decimate Fabi Apache in any way you could think of, and she concludes this by locking in a sharpshooter. As with no further to go, Apache taps out. Natalya is the number 1 contender to the Reina de Reinas Championship, but when the title match happens, will we get all smiles Natalya, or will we get badass Natty Neidhart? Well, before the main event, we see Dominic Mysterio, who actually requests for the Judgment Day to stay in the back. He wants the match to be a fair fight. As now, it's time for the main event of the evening, as it's time for a champ to take on a champ. Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio versus AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo. Can Dominic become a double champion, or will Vikingo retain? While the match is on, and Dirty Dom actually isn't backing down from the champ. He's going bar for bar with him, and at a plethora of moments, actually overwhelms the AAA Mega Champion. But Vikingo doesn't give up without a fight, constantly evading 619 attempts and frog splash attempts all the same. All the while, his own 630 Centaurs is nowhere to be found. It can go either way, so AJ Styles looks to make a difference, as after dispatching El Grande Americano, he makes his way towards the ring, but the referee is still up for now, as after he misses a few seconds from a crucial roll-up, Dominic accidentally clocks the referee, as Styles then enters the fray and looks for a phenomenal forearm onto Dirty Dom, only hitting El Hijo de Vikingo. And before you know it, Dominic throws him to the outside, ascends to the heavens, and finally hits the frog splash. And with the referee back up, he goes into the cover, though Vikingo survives. Yet he can't for much longer, as with a 619 and frog splash combination finally connecting, Dominic Mysterio picks up the win and picks up another title. Dom has 2 belts, and it's all thanks to AJ Styles. He's the new AAA Mega Champion, but where do we go from here? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. As if you like this video, I think this might interest you.